We'll get to our first story. Of course, the biggest story of the day, or the one that needs to be paid attention to, is the fact that the captain of the Indian men's cricket team, Virat Kohli, has come out in support of his teammate Mohammad Shami. He's basically slammed the trolls who targeted the pacer on social media after the team's loss to Pakistan in the T20 World Cup. Kohli told reporters in a pre-match press conference on Saturday that attacking, and I quote, attacking someone over their religion is the most pathetic thing one can do as a human. It is a very sacred, very personal thing. People take out their frustration because they do not understand, they have no understanding of what we do. He went on to say, we are playing on the field. We are not a bunch of spineless people on social media. It has become a source of entertainment for some people, which is very sad. All this drama created on the outside is based on people's frustrations. We stand by him 200%. Our brotherhood in the team cannot be shaken. End quote. After spending 22 days in jail, Aryan Khan was released at 11 a.m. today. He, along with the two other accused in the case, Munmun Dhamecha and Arbas Merchant, were granted bail by the Bombay High Court 2 days ago, but it took 2 days to process the paperwork. They were arrested by the Narcotics Bureau on the 3rd of October, along with several others, after the agency conducted searches on the international cruise terminal in Mumbai on a holiday cruise anchored at that terminal. High Court on Friday issued a 5-page bail order and listed 14 bail conditions, including surrendering his passport, no influencing of witnesses and contacting of the co-accused, and presenting themselves at the NCB office once a week. The Calcutta High Court has ordered a complete ban on the usage and the sale of firecrackers in the entire state of West Bengal, including green firecrackers, during the upcoming Diwali festivals. But the bench has also observed the state should ensure that no use or display or bursting of firecrackers of any type during Kali Puja, Diwali celebration, Chhat Puja, Chakrati Puja, Guru Nanak Jayanti, Christmas or New Year's Eve this year. For this purpose, only wax or oil-based diyas might be used. Uttar Pradesh's government also, incidentally, has banned the sale and use of firecrackers in the NCR and other cities for those having a poor air quality index. Remember, there are 25 cities that have bad air quality right now in North India. Lucknow, Kanpur, Agra, Ghaziabad, Harpur, Varanasi, Noida. This is in Uttar Pradesh alone. These cities with the AQI is moderate or lower category, only green crackers are allowed for 2 hours. During Christmas and New Year, green crackers will be allowed from 11:55 to 12:30 at night. According to, and this is a story about Ghaziabad, according to the Central Pollution Control Board, Ghaziabad was listed as the most polluted city across the country, with air quality index recorded 321 in the very poor category. Neighboring cities like Greater Noida and Noida had AQIs of 284 and 282 respectively in the poor category. Remember, AQI should be less than 100. Ideally, anything more than 100 is bad. Anything more than 280 is very, very bad. Moving on to our next story, COVID numbers. Remember, we check on the COVID numbers on a daily basis. India reported 14,313 new COVID cases, 549 deaths in the last 24 hours. Kerala reported 7,427 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours. The Jharkhand government has allowed the Chhat Puja celebrations at the rivers and ponds in spite of COVID. The weekend lockdown has been completely lifted following a meeting of the Disaster Management Authority with the Chief Minister Hemant Soren. Marriage halls, clubs, theatres, stadiums will now operate at 50% capacity in Jharkhand. But let me bring to you the news coming in from the world of business right now. Petrol and diesel prices were hiked again on Saturday, hitting new record highs across the country. This is the 17th hike in the month of October. It's gone up by about 35 paise per litre each. In Delhi, petrol is now 108 rupees and 99 paise. Diesel is at 97 rupees and 72 paise. In Mumbai, petrol is at 114 rupees and 81 paise. In diesel is 105 rupees. News coming in from around the world. The United States on Friday authorized Pfizer COVID vaccine for children between the ages of 5 to 11. This paves the way for 28 million young Americans to soon get immunized. US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention will advise on how the shot will be administered. Other countries like China, Chile, Cuba United Arab Emirates have begun vaccinating young children. Remember, we in India are still waiting for approval from WHO on Covaxin. UN Chief Antonio Guterres has urged Sudan's military to show restraint and not create any more victims. This is at the G20 summit. Antonio Guterres said people must be allowed to demonstrate peacefully. This is essential. At least 11 protesters have been killed in clashes with security forces since the military coup on Monday. Okay, so let me take you through some of the sports news. India's double Olympic medalist PV Sindhu failed to reach the women's singles summit clash after losing to Japan's Sayaka Takahashi in the French Open badminton tournament on Saturday. Earlier, India's Lakshya Sen lost out to South Korea's contender in the men's singles as well. And a piece of positive news before we wrap up. The charitable trust Imagine Trust has opened a clothes bank for underprivileged in Bengaluru's Electronic City to provide garments to people for ₹1 a piece. According to Quint, the clothes bank, which started in September, is open on Sundays, has benefited 560 families so far. One of the founders said that they got the idea when they realized poor family spends about 2,000 annually on clothes, and they should help them save money. So that's the news we have for you today. I really appreciate you guys joining us and supporting us. Thank you so much for your time and energy.